There was a very strange Halloween costume that appeared during Trump's Halloween party. It's a McDonald's sign saying billions and billions served, with a child in a stroller, and the sign says order here right above it. That's really strange, don't you think? But yeah, Daddy Trump decided to throw an extravagant Halloween party. Instead of just reopening the government and paying the government officials that haven't been paid for over a month, he decided to throw a Halloween party with some strange symbolism sprinkled in there. The M in the McDonald's logo is from a black magic book. It's a sigil. And Ronald McDonald himself looks like an absolute weirdo. Look at all that red stuff around his face. Oh, but he's just a clown. Well, have you seen Castaway? Have you seen the hoodie that Ellen DeGeneres was wearing? That Jay-Z was wearing? That thing right there? That weird face? Do you know what that means? Yeah. So they found remains of human teeth in McDonald's food before. But let's just continue to eat that garbage. Entertainment only, they definitely do not put human meat in McDonald's.
Putin is saying that he has evidence that we in America are being secretly fed each other. If you're a conspiracy head, you've probably known this for a while, and you're probably familiar with the movie Soylent Green, which came out in the year 1973. It's based in the year 2022, and it has this exact thing going on. A lot of us have seen these ads where Chick-fil-A says our secret ingredient is you. McDonald's and all the different fast food chains are known to say this line.
The masses have a hard time believing anything. Well, we've done a great brainwashing job on them over the centuries, and especially the last few hundred years. We've just brainwashed them completely. They believe anything we tell them. And, in the meantime, we have a lot of fun around Passover where we steal the children. And, I know you know because I've heard it on your show before. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just here in this country. And we drain the blood and we mix it with the Passover bread. And then we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own. And we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets. And the people, they eat it for breakfast. They eat their children for lunch. And, as Jews, we gotta do what we do.
Has anyone else realized that this is literally part of the curses in Deuteronomy 28 for when God's people disobey his commandments? You shall eat the fruit of your womb, the flesh of your sons and daughters, whom the Lord God has given you.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son. In the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to those who like scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. And as you see in this video right here, she's bringing out some precepts. And I just want to speak on these precepts that she's going to bring out. This one in particular, okay, going to the curses, okay, that will fall upon you Israelites, okay, that disobeyed and trespassed against Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI. How we would, basically eat our own, you eat your own flesh, and they put this stuff in the food, man. This is where you're not supposed to be, you got Jake that claim to be in the truth that's still eating McDonald's, bro. Are you really in the truth? Okay, are you really in the truth? All right. You got Jake that's claiming to be in the truth that's still drinking Coca-Cola, like this guy Alizar, and we found out what he was into. You got to pay attention to the signs, man. You know a man by his fruits, okay? You got to ask yourself, are you really in the truth if you start doing this? And truth be told, all of us have eaten human DNA at one point in time or another because we're in this hell, and this is the part of the curses. But, to act like we don't know this is a whole nother story, So this is why it's important to, be mindful of what you ingest, what you eat. Don't, be eating all this processed garbage, because that's all it is. It's a bunch of, different DNAs in it. I'll say that. All right. Scripture says we are not ignorant of anything, okay, whether great or small. So something like this right here, where Putin is coming out and saying, allegedly, he's coming out and saying how America is feeding his people, his own people. And this is why a lot of food sold here in America is banned in these other countries, because they know what's going on. All right. But it's funny she brought out this curse in Deuteronomy 28. Let's go over here real quick, though, and we'll finish this up go back to that. But let's go to Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 13. It says, "And the Lord YAHAWASHI said, even thus shall the children of Israel," which are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians, which when you go into, so-called black communities or Hispanic communities, a lot of those stores are ran by, people that's not your people. All right. So they'll feed you any and everything. Okay. It says, "Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread," which means food, "among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." And we are among these Gentiles, these heathens. Okay. And they're feeding us defiled food. Okay. Not only is the food, not only is it, not food or, got other stuff in it that's not on the label, but also they're praying over this food to demons, and fake deities or whatever, So this is something we got to be mindful of in these last times. And this is why it's important to be mindful of what you're eating. I got a book. I want to go into it soon. It's about the UFOs and the angels and whatnot. And there was a passage in there that, pretty much the angel told this woman that you got to eat foods with high vibrations. You don't want to eat, processed junk food and garbage. And they said how this, heightens your frequency so that you can, be more delved into the spirit realm rather than, dumbed down in this, grid or this, matrix, right? And this is why they feed you this stuff, which I got another video I'm gonna show. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna make this long. I was gonna close out with that as well too. Let's finish this.
In the siege and in the distress with which your enemy.
This is what they're doing right now. Okay, this is why they cut your food stamps off. This is why they're destroying all these food distribution centers, because they're getting ready to siege you here in America, where there's not gonna be no food coming in and out. It's prophecy that you are going to eat your own flesh. Okay. Let me grab that real quick. I think it's in Apocrypha though. I think it's in Apocrypha, man. It's not gonna show me it right here. We'll hold off on that. All right.
Shall distress you. So when an entire land lives in extreme disobedience, like how the US is right now and these last few years, God is a just judge. He has to give legal rights where they're owed. So we've been given over to the enemy spiritually. So this is part of the war.
And yeah, everybody has, because even these Edomites are enslaved by their own people. But really, this is talking about the children of Israel, which are your so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians. We've been given over to our enemy.
That we are getting. And the reason I've been bringing things like this up a lot recently is because I have found that people find God when God shakes worldly systems, when people realize that they can't depend on any man-made system or any man.
I'll leave it at that. All right. She said some good things though, but I want to play this right here real quick. All right, something I found, and Lord, when it's edifying. And I'm going to put it short up as well. But listen to what she said.
Please, that's not nature. 3 meals a day. Please, that's not nature. That's Rockefeller marketing. Our ancestors didn't sit around with breakfast, lunch, and dinner neatly served. They ate once a day, sometimes 3 times a week. That was abundance. And you know what? They thrived. They were lean, sharp, and strong because the body is designed to function best in fasting. You ever wonder why you heal in your sleep? Because you're fasting. The body finally gets to stop wasting energy digesting junk and starts repairing, rebuilding, cleaning house. That's when the real work gets done. But you've been programmed. You think skipping breakfast is a crime. You think hunger is an emergency. No, it's power. Fasting activates cells that act like little soldiers. They march straight to the damage, clean it out, rebuild you stronger. That's real medicine. And yet the white coat will tell you to eat regularly. Why? Because the system isn't built for your health, it's built for your dependence. Rockefeller didn't give you 3 meals to nourish you. He gave you 3 meals to chain you, to keep you tired, inflamed, obedient. 3 meals a day.
Right. So
please, that's
why, well, let's grab this. All right. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, man. All right. And that's why she mentioned Rockefeller, because they're the ones who gave you these ideas of, you know, they gave you these ideas of, you know, how you're supposed to, you know, where they pretty much changed the whole medical system, man. They, you know, it went from natural remedies and stuff like that to petroleum-based, you know, MEDS. All right. And this is all on purpose. All right. This is all by design, man. Okay. So let's grab this too. There's going to be something quick in the spirit. I was watching a few videos today and I figured I'll speak on them. All right. It says, Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And you see people mourning all over the earth right now, man. Okay. Why? Because the wicked are bearing rule. And these people, as they told you in that clip, they putting it in your hamburger and all that other garbage, man. That's why you got to stop eating that stuff, you know. Also, you got to stop shopping at these major box stores because they're in on it as well. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4, it says, the earth mourneth, and yeah, it's going to be a little more expensive, but, you know, you can't put a price on your health, all right? Bringing it back, it says, Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4, it says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, right? The people who are in power are defiling this earth because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, and broken the everlasting covenant. And therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are buried, and few men left, right? Look at this, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down, which is America is being broken down. That's the city of confusion. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction, you see? And these are the things that we're seeing happening and playing out on the earth right now today, okay? Let's grab this one. It says, verse 20, it says, the earth shall rail to and fro like a drunkard, because this is what's coming. Ultimately, America is going to be destroyed and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord YAHAWASHI shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. Salakia, Satan. But yeah, you know, and who are the kings today? These elites, man. And you're finding out that they're, you know, feeding you garbage, okay, and making you cannibals. All right. That's the truth, man. It says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners and gathered in the pit. I wouldn't bring this out in my previous videos. I got to say that. All right. Shall be gathered, because after when I'm nukes rain upon this place, guess what? We're going to, you know, pull these elites out of these bunkers, and they're going to be the first fruits of slavery. So they're going to be gathered into a pit. You're going to come and get them. It says, and they shall be gathered together. We're going to come and get you as prisoners are gathered in the pit. We're going to put you somewhere to hold you until it's time for you to get to work. It says, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. Right? So the Lord got something special in store, which is no coincidence that this show Fallen, which is pretty much showing you how the elites plan to go hide in these bunkers when shit goes sour, which they're planning it. They're hoping to crash the system in America so they can, you know, rise out of the ashes like, you know, that fiery phoenix. This is the spirit of this man. All right. So in these last days, he's being confounded. He's being called out. And that's part of our job, is to call this man out. We are the mouthpiece of YAHAWASHI. And, you know, in that show Fallen, they showed you how pretty much, you know, all those underground bunkers after America got nuked, you know, was raided, and, you know, eventually, you know, became, you know, it was only like one or two of them left, you know. But that's what's going to happen via the elect men that's going to come down and gather these elites up and put them in captivity, man, put them in slavery for all the wickedness and crimes they've done on the earth, okay, knowingly, that we know about, and even stuff that we don't know about. All right, and there's a lot that we still don't know about, but the things that we do know about, and we're speaking on it, hey, the Lord is, you know, exposing this man, you know. So we in that time. We definitely in that time of being, you know, circumspect, paying attention. Don't just be putting anything down your throat, which I go into this a lot because it's very important, you know, for your mental functioning, you know, and your spirit, you know. Like I said, at one point in time or another, we all have consumed human DNA, you know, truth be told. It's just a horrible, you know, pill to swallow, but that's the truth. All right, and this is why we got to be delivered. We got to get the hell up out of here, bro. We are in hell. All right. Somebody told me to go to hell the other day. I said, I'm already in hell. Oh, okay, we already in hell, man. You gotta think about shit like this. Just know you in hell. Shalom, I'm sure all about the. Oh, let me say this too before I go. This is why in our kingdom we're gonna have our own cattle. You know, we're gonna have our own land, and cattle, and sheep, and goats, and everything else, and they're gonna be slaughtered. You know, day of. You know, we're gonna eat good. We're gonna eat real food. You know, cows are gonna be pumped with hormones and, you know, stuff like that, man. All right, but in this society, in this kingdom, you can bet that your food is getting played with, you know, and it's all on purpose. So I don't want to come show all about